Hi everyone, my name's Craig, and in today's video I'm going to be talking to you about the wonderfulness that is known as gluten. Before I begin, I would like to thank Dr. Sambro for his video on polymers, which you can find linked on his profile. So what is gluten? Gluten is a molecule that consists of two proteins, gliadines and glutenines, both of these being known as polymers. And gliadines and glutenines, when combined together with water, essentially allow you to have the formation of gluten. So as an example here we have some flour, and we've got some water, and if I pour a bit of water into the flour, mix it together, here we've got the beginning of gluten formation. Now, as you can see, it's quite craggy, but as I keep mixing, you will find that actually it starts to hold together a bit more. And this is really important when it comes to bread, because one of the things that we have when we are making bread is the kneading process. And kneading is important because it allows us to essentially have these gluten molecules that are forming become really big chains. And these really big chains allow you to then allow for the CO2 within the bread to be held, and you then get a really nice fluffy loaf. So I've actually got a demonstration of what happens when you underknead your loaf. Here is a loaf that I made, so as you can see, quite nicely, it's got really nice crumb all the way through. It's quite springy to the touch. It's really light. This is what we always want when we want like a really well-rounded bread. On the contrary, on the other hand, this is what happens when you severely underknead your dough. So this was a demo that I did for the particular video, and you can see that's really dense, the crumb's really uneven. It's quite heavy to hold, and essentially what's happening is, because I've underkneaded this loaf so badly, you will find that these gluten molecules are not as strong, and then that then leads to you then not being able to have as much rise, because what will happen is that as you add the yeast will then essentially ferment into the dough. That dough will then result in CO2, but if you haven't got a good enough gluten structure, you will get this as opposed to this. So that is my really quick lesson on gluten. I really hope that you found this video informative, and if you've got any questions, feel free to drop me a message in the chat. Thank you.